Hello everyone, this is Jesse with 44 Astro, and this is a general tarot reading for Cancer for the month of July, your birthday month. And this is the first set of videos to launch the channel. I decided to do it during Cancer time. Ooh, he wants to stop right there. On 777, and we're going to do a destiny reading because 777 is a destiny number and July is a destiny month. So we're going to see what energies we are working with for the sign of Cancer. And I'm going to do a Crowley spread. And I'll explain what that is. It's 3 in the middle with 3 cards also on each of the 4 corners around it. And I'll explain what each represents. On the bottom you have Victory. And that's always a good card. That's just kind of an overall energy. And we don't want to ignore that. So the 3 in the middle are our current situation or the current question. And you have the Hierophant with the Page of Swords and the 7 of Rods. So the current situation could have to do with spiritual beliefs. Could have to do with your job. Could have to be with God. Your own spirituality. It looks like you're defensive about it. Specifically, maybe you're defending your beliefs. Larger beliefs, maybe government even. You're defending your stance, like political stance, Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever your stance is. Or that's the U.S., of course. If you're anywhere else in the world, whatever y'all's political systems are. And this is, logic or speaking, communication. Could be a young air sign. Could be you're defending it from a young air sign, or you are defending it logically. It's your question. It's a big question. Yeah, maybe you're having big questions about your job, political stance, religion, and you may be very defensive about it and argumentative about it. Let's see what the initial path is, the path that you're on right now. This is the current path that you're walking involving those big beliefs. In the middle is the Lovers. Then you have the Ace of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. Fascinating. You got 2-2 here. And I'm going to say 2-2 because even though Lovers is a 6 card, it's really two people. And it's represented by Gemini, which is the twins. Yeah, it's like no nonsense. The facts. And this could be about marriage. It could be a question about marriage because you have the Lovers here. It could be that arguing about money. Or you're having trouble with money in the relationship. Or at least you're trying to balance money. And you're trying to be clear on that. Because the question seems to revolve around something big. It could be, do I have enough money to get married? Because, this could be a marriage card. It could be, could be political donations to like political parties, because this energy right here just kind of screams politics to me, like a political stance. But it could be marriage too. It could be communication in a marriage. It could be communication with God, your spiritual communication. But there's like a defensive energy around it. But the current path seems to be bringing clarity. And it could be a question about your marriage, and it could be a question about your marriage, the person that you love the most. Maybe you don't feel like there's enough communication, and that someone's always defensive. Maybe you're trying to communicate, and you feel like they're being defensive and not communicating. But I feel like on the current path, you're going to get the clarity that you need. I think that maybe it's communication about money. You're trying to balance money. I imagine lots of individuals argue about money as far as relationships go. But if you're single and it's not that, maybe you're worried about your financial state when it comes to finances. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you're looking for love, but you want financial balance in love. Like maybe you're really rich and it's hard for you to find someone that you feel like is not gold digging. That seems very specific, but it definitely could be. It feels like it's for coupled cancers, but either way, there's clarity in it. And it could be confusion in general. It could just be people that are close to you or somebody that you love a whole lot, trying to find a balance in the situation. But it looks like, even though there may be some imbalance, I mean, the sword of truth is here. And I don't necessarily look at this. Some people say it's victory, and you could say it's victory. But it's normally just truth. This is the sword of truth. So I think you're going to get to the truth. If it has to do with if you're looking for, if you feel, and it could be if you're single that, you're looking for that lifelong partner, but maybe you're defensive or unable to communicate, or you don't feel comfortable in communicating when it comes to like the opposite sex, and that's a common thing. And maybe you look at it as the reason you don't do it. Maybe you don't feel like you have enough money, or you don't have your money where it needs to be. And if you're in a couple relationship, it could be that you're arguing, or you feel like you're not communicating well enough, and it has something to do with stress around money. But it looks like it's all going to be good. It's all going to be clear, and that is the current path. But you have clarity on it. The other path doesn't look so good. This is another path you can choose. This is an alternate path. King of Swords, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords. So this path seems extremely cold logic and not able to focus on the positive. I think the truth, and I think you're already on this path, I think that there may be something around communication or wanting to communicate in a larger, it could be social media, this could also be social media, like want to be able to communicate on a large scale, not necessarily feeling heard because everyone is defensive, and nowadays everyone is defensive and argumentative, especially online, right? Trolls. But if you're clear and you stick with the truth of the situation, but when you stick with the truth of the situation, whatever that communication is, make sure it's coming from love, if you can help it. Love and balance, because it's easy to communicate online in large social media type settings and lose balance. People say some really nasty things online. It's kind of scary. This feels like communication heavily. On this path, this just feels like cold communication, like getting drug into the miasma that is the internet, and drug into all the pejorative language, all the nasty. And if it's a personal relationship, it could be drugging into arguments. It's going to not being able to focus on the positive, make emotional sadness because of cold communication and confusion, not being able to see the truth. A lot of communication here. It feels heavily communication. With this card in the middle, though, it feels like social media. Maybe something happened on social media and you got defensive over it. Something got posted, or something got posted public about you. Lies even, could be. But I suggest that the truth will always, three things will not long be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And this is the truth. And it will not long be hidden. So if you stick with that, stick with those closest to you, or within your own love, or the people that support you. And if there aren't close people that are supporting you, or it feels like people aren't supporting you, there's love within yourself. Hell, I love you. We're all brothers and sisters in this. All of us. We're all family. And just stay in balance with it. And I feel like you're good. I feel like whatever this communication that happened, feels like it wasn't, if it could even been a lie, somebody lying against you, or something that you didn't want publicly posted out against you, or anything like that. But if I just stick with the truth, don't get drugged down into the miasma. The miasma just means like a poisonous cloud. Don't be dragged down into the gunk that is the pits of the internet, the sewer. Just stay in your light, stay in your love. This is the advice right here. That was the alternate path. So I think that you are sticking in truth. It looks like clearly that you're just going to stick in your truth and come from a place of love and balance. It feels like that it's obvious, and probably And cancers are generally really caring people, at least the ones I've known in my life. Yeah, just don't get drugged down into the grossness of even if it's in a personal situation. Stick in love. Don't get all argumentative and insultory to people. But this is the advice. You got the Chariot, which is a great card. Chariot with the High Priestess, and then you have the Three of Pentacles. This is nice energy. It's big advice. It's a victory card for sure. It's moving forward. It's the Cancer card. I mean, and like it's watery energy, emotional energy. I mean, it's suggesting that you already know. Like this path is suggesting that if anything like that happened, there was some kind of communication against you, or there was something like even posted that you want to post, or lies told against you. That it looks like you're gonna stick to your truth, and you know what that is. And emotionally, and cancers are extremely intuitive. I mean, many times they will just know things. It isn't so much with them. I would suggest I don't really have Cancer in my chart. I'm Scorpio, but I'm a watery sign. I'm a watery sign. I have a lot of water in my chart. That it's more just kind of knowing. You don't even really think it. You just know. You can feel it. You can feel what you're supposed to do in a situation. It's hard to explain. Intuition is interesting, and cancers ooze it. So I think you already know. I think you already know what you're supposed to do. Yeah, and this could be around work. It could be that maybe you feel like it's going to affect your work. That's why you feel like money's out of balance. Maybe it was exposed at work, or that because it's in a public domain, someone from your work mentions it, or you think it's going to spill over into work and it's going to somehow affect you. But I don't think it will. I think you already know what to do. I think you're going to be victorious in that. I think this is your card. This is a victory card, and it's the card for Cancer. So I think it's all good. I'm really not seeing much in the way of detriment here. I think just this path that you can choose to go down if you choose to get angry and emotional, and I mean, it's nothing wrong with being emotional, but just as long as it doesn't make you angry and slashing out against people and arguing and being really cold to them, and because you're upset yourself, and it's easy when you're upset, to just ooze being upset, and it can lead to this being blind and confused. But I think you're good. I think the advice is obvious. Stick to who you are, which is the Chariot, which is victorious. Trust your intuition, which you're going to have in spades already if you're a Cancer. Have it in your chart heavily, and that everything will work out. And the outcome, which this is energy is going to take place regardless. This energy is happening no matter what. This is the outcome. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords, which honestly, it just looks like the wheels are turning in your favor. Like whatever this lack of communication is, or this feeling of lack of communication, or negative communication, arguments, lies against you, you're good. The wheels are going to turn. Truth. The current path is truth anyway. The wheels are going to turn in your favor. It's emotional fulfillment. This is, of course, the wheels turning, and this is just rest. It's chilling. Yeah, it's like you just straight winning. This is like a story being told right here. Somebody said something against you, or even maybe somebody you care about. They could be said something about something that you really care about. But no matter what, the truth's going to come out. As long as you support them with love and don't get drugged down into as long as you're supported, or you stay in your love, that, there you are, right there, victorious, going forward. That dude don't look scared of nothing. Yeah, and it's just emotional fulfillment. And it's all going to turn in your favor. The wheels are already turning in your favor. It's going to lead you right to where you're just chilling, relaxing. Emotional fulfillment. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and draw some clarifying cards. Don't really think I'm going to draw them right here for the middle, specifically the Seven of Rods here, and then probably... So basically... Ooh, I wanted to stop. Basically for these three and then these three. Just see what this alternate path is, but I want to see what the current situation is. And I think I missed the spot. I'm going to keep going again until it talks to me. Talk to me. Ooh, okay. That wanted on bottom, so we're done. That wanted on bottom. It didn't want to be on the three here. So, looks like work for sure. It's definitely work. This looks like it has something to do with like a work situation. Lies, somebody spreading gossip or lies at work. I mean, it could even be like maybe you work on social media. Maybe you do something like this, like YouTube or maybe a public Facebook business or anything like that. Somebody communicated lies or against your business or against you, or something like that, because there's 2 work cards there. I mean, that's one's overburden, which is the 10 of rods. You got the 3 of pentacles again, which you had down here in advice, which is a work card. And then you have, in this card, this is the 2 of rods. This is, holding the world in your hand. But realistically, in this one, it's called dominion, which is basically creating your reality. It's called the Lord of Dominion in this deck. It's all about work. But I think you're good. I think it has something to do specifically. It feels like it's something that happened at work. Maybe you're feeling overworked, or maybe you're working with others and they're not holding their end of the job. They're not holding up their end of the agreement to work, and you're doing more than you need to, or you're feeling overburdened. But it looks like it's all good either way. With the 3 of pentacles there, looks like, or it just looks like you're going to work hard to defend yourself in this situation, and you're going to do it with the truth, because that's what that 7 of rods is being ready for battle, defending yourself. Ooh, I want to stop right there. All right, so let's see what this alternate path is. I'm kind of curious here. Ooh, yeah, you don't want nothing to do with this path. Over here, where we had the alternate path, you get the 8 of swords again with the 5 of rods. That's a bunch of people squabbling. In this deck, the 4 of cups is called luxury, the Lord of luxury, but the 4 of cups in the traditional is not being able to see, right? It's like it's right there in front of you, but you can't see it. And I think that's what it is. I think if you choose to go this path and you get drugged down into the muck, which it doesn't look like you're doing at all, to be fair. It looks like you've already figured it out, and it wouldn't surprise me that you did. That it's just going to be nasty. You're gonna be blinded again. You're not gonna be able to see. It's 8 of swords clarifying the 8 of swords. So, and then you got this, which is squabbling, and it screams. I mean, when you're squabbling, I'm talking squabbling. It could be in person, could be in a workplace for sure, but it screams social media to me. Because look where we're at, social media. But it could be that your work is social media, and it could just be that you work in a big place, because it is the Hierophant. But the Hierophant could be the internet. But I think you're good, Cancer. I think for sure that your cards here. You got the destiny turning toward this and this. Just stay in your truth, whatever this communication situation is. I think you're good. I think you're going to be supported, or I think you're going to be supporting whoever this is. Either way, and keep them in truth. I think everything's going to work out just fine. Just don't go that other path, that negativity over here. Not focusing on the positive, getting argumentative, pejorative. Fighting with the internet trolls or whatever it is, or the person that made up the lies. The person made up the lies to begin with. It's eventually going to come to the surface, like I said. The truth always. It may take some time, but it always finds its way. I think you know that. I think the path that you're on suggests that. Alrighty, Cancer. That's all I have. Please consider liking, subscribing, and making a comment if you feel like it. Hopefully this is the first of many videos. This is my first set of videos for this channel, done during your month, and hopefully it is a destiny thing. Thanks for watching.